What is going on, everybody? This is JMO back again, bringing you some hardcore TDM on the map Ardennes Forest. And right off the back, you see me throw a smoke grenade, and that's pretty much to provide some cover and distraction. Now, you see where I'm placing the S-mine right now. There's a lot of great spots on this map to hold down though, but I'm mainly going to focus on 3, and this is one of them. From this spot, you want to be looking at the cabin area. Here you'll be able to get a lot of kills, and you see where I'm aiming at right now. That's another area where they'll be coming from. So those are the main 2 areas that you want to look at. So you saw me look at this one guy that I just killed, and he was coming from the area that we just spawned. So that tells me that they're trying to come from that direction. So I'm going to pay close attention to any footsteps that I listen to my left side. As far as my right side, I don't have to worry about that because of my mine. I'm using the Expeditionary Division, which allows me to resupply the mines. Now take a look at this right now. You saw me get taken out by that guy with a shotgun, and I know it went kind of fast though, but look at the score. And look at what my teammates are going. They are all going negative, and we're already down 9-16. So now I really have to focus on getting my score streaks and try to disrupt the enemy's flow, because right now my teammates are just getting destroyed. So hopefully with me getting my recon and start getting into my score streaks, hopefully that will help them pick up their game. And that's what I'm thinking at this particular point of the game. So I have to be really careful. So the first spot that I wanted to show you was when you were overlooking this cabin area. That's the first spot that I wanted to show you that it's a good area to hold down. And inside this cabin area that I was originally overlooking is another good area to hold down, except you want to be inside. You see how I am all the way to the left side of the door to where you can barely see outside. You'll see some enemies run through that direction from time to time. As far as the left side, I'm about to worry about. Now, you don't want to point your weapon all the way outside though, because the enemy can see your weapon. So you want to stay back to where the weapon is inside the house, and you want to be as far left to the door as possible, because enemies will run in just like that and not even know that you're there. So you see me, thanks to the resupply because of the Expeditionary Division, you saw me put the mine right where he came from. That's where you want to be placing them at all times. Now, I don't stay here the whole time. I just do it a few times, just enough for me to get my score streaks. And then once I start getting into my score streaks, then I move on to a different area to go ahead and call them in, which is what I'm about to do in just a little while. But in the meantime, you see how easily you're able to get some kills by just keep on placing the mines there and looking in the direction that I'm looking at. So once again, you see me put another mine right there, and I'm going back all the way to the back side of the map to go ahead and call in my own score streaks. Now, back here is another perfect spot to hold down, especially when you're playing against an enemy that are very aggressive and they like to push the pace. So back here's another area that I like to hold down. So a little bit later into this gameplay, I'll show you how I hold it down. But in the meantime, as I'm calling in my care package, I'm trying to be as careful as possible to stay alive and continue getting my score streaks, while at the same time trying to disrupt the enemy's flow, as I mentioned in the beginning, because they've been calling in recon planes throughout the whole game. Now, unfortunately, because I don't have a rocket launcher, which is, in my opinion, one thing that I don't like about this game, is that I'm pretty much forced to use a pistol, and I can't choose a rocket launcher unless I use the launched, basic training skill that will allow me to use a rocket launcher to be able to destroy the enemy's recon planes or score streaks. And I don't use the mountain division in this particular gameplay. I'm pretty much have to be really careful to where I move, because they pretty much can see me on the minimap. But you see how I'm behind this particular tank right here, and just keep on looking from left to right. That's pretty much how I hold this area down, especially when you got enemies that like to push the pace. I like to pretty much limit the areas that they can flank me from, so the only direction that they can come from is my left or the right side. And as I saw that it was safe to move, you saw me get back to the cabin area that I showed you a little bit earlier. Get that easy kill once again, just like I showed you. Put another mine just where I told you in the beginning, and just continue focusing on staying alive and getting my score streaks though, because they're getting into the score streaks. They've already called in a recon plane. They just actually got paratroopers, and they called in the what is it called, flag guns. So even though I got my score streaks, as you saw me just now, I won't be able to call them right away though, because of their flag guns that they have. So once again, they got the paratroopers going and they got the flag guns, so I can't do anything with my score streaks at the moment. And because they called another recon plane, I'm pretty much going to stay back here and pretty much hold it down like I told you a little bit earlier. Get behind the tank area, limit the direction that they can come from, and then just hold it down. So there's only two areas that they can come from. My right side, right over here, straight ahead, you'll see people run from time to time, and also on the from this left side right over here. As you can see right now, I was able to get that easy kill. Even though he knows where I'm at, I'm able to get the advantage because of my location. So these are the three main spots that I wanted to show you how I hold down in this particular gameplay. The first one was the area overlooking the cabin spot, then inside the cabin spot area, and then this back side of the map right over here. So these are the three main areas that I wanted to show you. And by the time their flag guns was over and I was able to call in my score streaks, the game ended, and it was a close game, as you see. I hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay. I hope you guys find it helpful, and I will catch you all soon. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and would like to keep up with upcoming new content, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Thanks again for watching, and I will catch you all soon.